And welcome to your host here, Haven Harrington, joined by a cast of thousands. Well, just three. I give my man.
And the millions.
My man, Rashawn Quadruple A, Green Eye Bandit Myers. BTI, the man himself, good intern. And T-Dog, from the greatness it is, Ballard High School.
Yo, so I walk in tonight, got this young man sitting across the table talking about I'm Terrence the intern. I'm like, whoa, hold up. No, the memo didn't go out on this.
I missed the email.
In my face like that, though?
No, man. Look, we have millions.
They're going to ask me to train him. I'm training him. Look, I'm Flacco in this piece, dude. I ain't responding to nobody.
Hey, as everybody knows, the Main Event Sports Show is a big supporters of the Wu-Tang Clan, so I think they might need to be the duel of the Iron Mics.
Hey, hold on. I walk in. Oh, I'm Terrence the intern. Wait. TTI, I ain't heard that one yet. What?
That's T-Money.
T-Money,
and
okay.
BTI.
And Billy the intern. Billy the intern. Look, train him up, take him out for some beers, talk to him, train him.
This is training day. You seen that? You can be Alonzo. take the young man out and show him the ropes.
Look, now I see how Flacco feel.
Hey, we you know what? We might have to do a bonus segment just so I can get y'all's thoughts on that. We might have to, after we break down a little bit of this Western Conference, man, because Joe Flacco, man, woo, don't even get me started on that. We're going to go ahead. Last segment, we broke out.
But look, real quick, actually, this is a fine young man right here. His name is Terrence. He's a junior at Ballard High School.
Even though he's an Ohio State fan. But for some reason. OHIO. Ugh. Hey, Maurice
you
Claret.
from Ville? You from here?
Yeah, I'm from here.
You don't mess with you a Ville?
I like the basketball team, but
all right, okay.
Maurice Claret is still under contract at Ohio State.
That's cool.
Still collecting checks. Still.
Nah, he's a fine young man.
No.
So what's going on with this Western Conference Finals? Game one tonight.
Yeah, it's game one tonight in H-Town.
In Houston.
You know what I'm saying? The gold teeth and the Jerry curls is going to be out everywhere. Mama's got the best perms. Man. You know what I'm saying? They coming out shining in H-Town. You know what I'm saying? Blinging it up. But I did not think this team, I didn't buy into the hype. I didn't think it was going to work. I said, adding Chris Paul.
Houston.
Yes. Bringing Chris Paul in as a point guard. After James Harden had one of the highest usage rates in the history of the NBA last year, almost had averaged a triple-double himself, just like Russell Westbrook last year. I think he was like half a rebound short of averaging a triple-double last year. I just didn't see how it was going to work. It's like you bring in a guy who needs the ball, and you're taking the ball out of the hands of a guy who likes to have the ball. But I think we saw this year that Mike D'Antoni is a heck of a coach. Like, they're literally doing everything different than what he did when he was with the Phoenix Suns. Like, when they had it spread out, Steve Nash is the maestro. Raja Bell, Mari Stoudemire, Boris Diaw, and you had all those guys knocking down all those threes, but it was basically a spread and you passed the ball. Now, literally, he's changed everything he's done. And I don't know how they're doing it because basically, like, to me, it seems like it's very simple.
They get the rebound, run, everybody up.
I mean, they have two dudes that are just like magical at running the pick and roll, and literally they just play pick and roll basketball like the whole game. Like pick and roll, Clint Capella plays every minute of every game, and either James runs either Harden runs the pick and roll or Paul runs the pick and roll. Like, is that oversimplifying it? But it just seems like it's not a very complicated game plan, but it's just been working the whole season.
Yeah, they're real good at it, especially Harden. But when they're against Golden State, they're going to have to do more against Golden State because that's going to be easy for Golden State to guard when they keep on doing it.
I mean, Billy, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think that some of the things that I had pointed to in the last segment that while the Rockets seem to be a very, very explosive offensive team, their defense leaves a little bit to be desired.
Definitely. That's
the fact that they allowed
the
the Utah Jazz, without Ricky Rubio and with Dante Exum hurt for half the series, I don't think they had any business being on that court with the Rockets, but the Rockets let the Jazz stay in the game. Is there cause for concern because the Jazz were able to stay in it? Like if Houston, am I wrong in saying if Utah can hang in the game, do they have any chance against the Warriors?
Personally, no, I don't think so. Houston, that has been their Achilles heel for a few years now, and James Harden being the leader of that team, he's not a very defensive-minded person, and I think that he kind of stands behind that. You know, it's almost, you know, similar to the Dallas team who eventually won the championship, but, you know, they were a offense-first type of team. And some teams just they play that way, even though, you know, a lot of people would say that defense wins championships, which I agree with. But you're looking at a different NBA nowadays where most teams lean more towards offense than defense. And you can see it by the numbers. You know, you see these teams that are shooting like 40-some-odd threes a game. You know, it's a very offensive-minded game nowadays. And, you know, Houston is going to have a lot of trouble with all of the offensive weapons that Golden State has. They're going to have a lot of trouble figuring out something against them. I do think that Houston has a lot of offensive talent, but not to the degree that Golden State does.
Haven Harrington.
I'm going to say, you know, the genius of the Houston Rockets and their pick and roll that you alluded to earlier is because you have two great guards.
Right.
And if you can pick and roll for two great guards, both of them can break you down off the dribble. Both of them are sharpshooters from the three-point line. You know, once our pick and roll gets going, they just kind of start lumping each other. In the backcourt, it's hard to defend because you got to defend two great guards. They can either go past you or they're going to shoot over you. And they're very, very hard to defend.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you got Trevor Ariza in one corner it's a knockdown three-point shooter. You got Eric Gordon, former Indiana Hoosier, on the other end, who's a knockdown three-point shooter. I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
So basically what they did was that they took what the Bulls used to do with Steve Kerr and Paxton. Remember, like Jordan, those guys, Jordan and Pippen would do all the work, drive. And Kerr and Pax would just stand in the corner, wait for that shot, catch it and shoot. And that was the whole job. Like Jeff Hall at U of L back in 86?
86.
86. He would just stand in the corner and just wait for somebody to pass the ball to shoot the three from the corner.
So hold on. So who are Kerr and Paxton
they have two of them,
Houston?
With Trevor Ariza and
Eric
okay.
Gordon.
I thought you were comparing Harden and Paul to. I was about to say okay.
No, but what he did was that two of them.
Paul and Harden would be Jordan and Pippen in this scenario.
Right.
Would be Jordan and Pippen. So what they did is you have two set shooters. So as they start to break down the defense, they can kick it out, shoot the three. Or they can shoot the three themselves. This makes it very, very hard to defend. Problem is, they don't play that good defense.
They don't.
So what tends to happen is you have track meets. And that's what this series should be, a track meet.
It is. That's what it's going to be. But the thing is, I think Golden State's a better team at playing that type of basketball than Houston is.
Well, fellas, we just saw the Pelicans. New Orleans Pelicans had the highest speed rating. You know, that they were basically getting shots up in 8 seconds. You know, this whole season, they literally had the highest tempo pace in all of the NBA. And we saw what happened with that in the last series. And this is the thing that I'm saying is if the Pelicans couldn't keep up, once again, I think it gets back to the simple fact that I don't think they don't play good enough defense. The Pelicans don't play any defense. Houston doesn't play any defense. The Golden State Warriors, once again, are in the top 5 defensively. And when you are able to play that at that pace and still shut guys down, I'm just saying, like I think a lot of people forget how good defensively they are. But when you have Andre Iguodala and Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant, those 3 guys can score, but they are excellent defensive players.
Hey, y'all, let's shout out one of our regulars that just walked in. Let's shout out to one of our regulars.
The blind swordsman in the building.
Swordsman. Is that what they call him, the blind swordsman?
Daryl is in the building.
We got Daryl just walked in the building. He's in the conversation right now. But
Fern Creek's finest.
Daryl, welcome to us, brother. We're glad to have you.
What's going on with you, man?
Daryl live. He's live too.
That's it. The blind swordsman's in the building.
Let's do it. But no, I agree with what you fellas are saying. It's going to be a foot race. And I'm telling you all, this is going to be probably one of the best series to watch in years because there's going to be so much entertainment. It's going to be a very fast-paced, three-point shooting, very, very fast-moving game, but the entertainment factor is probably going to be through the roof in this game.
But back on the pace thing, what Houston does when they do the pace stuff, they can't just jack up threes the whole time because Golden State. Because once they start missing, once they start keep on shooting threes, you live by three, die by the three. They might have a game when they're just missing threes on the fast breaks, and before you know it, Golden State's running down the court, Curry gets a wide open layup. So they're gonna have to. Houston's gonna have to control the pace, but they're gonna have to be smart too.
But you don't think that Golden State is more of a three-point shooting team than Houston? So would the same thing not apply to them?
Well, yeah, Golden State is a three-point shooting team, but they can get to the rim too, and they're more.
They're balanced.
Yeah, they're balanced. They're balanced. Houston, they run straight isolation. Everybody spots up, and you find the next man who's open for three.
And that's the thing. It's like the Golden State team, of all the teams left, of all the 4 teams left in the conference championships, Golden State is the most complete team, and it's not even close.
Absolutely.
They're the most complete team. They could beat you with, Draymond Green and KD could beat you in the post, or he could just shoot your lights out with, once again, Draymond Green and KD and everybody else. They all can shoot. They all can get in the post. They don't mind. They can drive. They are the complete. Even the guys off the bench are complete. They have the most complete roster. They're the deepest team. I mean, I'll be honest with you, these guys should easily win the NBA championship this year. Easily win.
Yeah, well, yeah. They've done it 2 out of the past 3 years. I think it's hard to disagree with that.
Well, like I said, man, when they got Kevin Durant, it was to me, and everybody always scoffed at me when I said it when the Golden State Warriors were winning championships and competing with the Cleveland Cavaliers, even though they had a gaping hole in the middle. And I said it. I always thought that Harrison Barnes was not nearly good enough to be the 3-man on that team. I said if they ever filled that hole, they had basically a 6-man playing in that starting lineup. But they were good enough with Klay and Steph and with Draymond to be able to find a way to win because they could still score and, that they could defend really, really well.
Yeah, they're a better defensive team.
Yeah. But they needed Kevin Durant. They needed Kevin Durant to complete what they did.
Okay.
I mean, they needed a better small forward. It just happened to be that Kevin Durant was the best small forward in the market, that rotation.
Yeah.
And,
Gotcha.
I mean, did they have to have him? Could they have added, another small forward, Paul George or somebody else? Yeah, I mean, anybody who's better than Harrison Barnes. I mean, because Harrison. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they were winning championships with Harrison Barnes.
So let's rephrase this. They needed a better.
Yeah, they needed a legit NBA, upper tier starter.
They
didn't need
Kevin
KD,
Durant.
but they needed. There was a gaping hole at the position in which he played that they needed badly, and Kevin Durant just happened to be there at the time when I mean, it was perfect timing, literally. I mean, if the Golden State Warriors don't have Draymond Green suspended in the NBA Finals of that Game 5. All I'm saying is what I'm saying is that if Draymond Green doesn't get suspended for Game 5, and let's just say the Warriors go ahead and win the championship, I don't think Kevin Durant's with the Warriors now. Because I think the Warriors brass would have said, you know what, we're good enough as is. We'll re-sign Harrison, and we'll just roll with it. We done won 2 championships in a row. But once they lost, that exposed a lot of those issues and those ills where they were very physical with Steph on the pick and roll. They bullied him around, and there was no counterpunch for that. And what they did was they went out and got the best counterpuncher in the game.
Hey, folks, we just got some breaking news on the Golden State and Houston game tonight. They said that James Harden's beard is going to be starting at the 2 guard. James Harden's beard is going to be starting at the 2 guard. So I personally don't think it's looking too good for Golden State right now. Not with his beard coming off. No.
Can anybody tell me, as I'm watching them warm up, why do they wear those stupid hoodies on their head while they're warming up now? Like, is that like the dumbest thing that you've ever seen?
Put them on the warm-up jackets and told them that it's part of the contract.
What do hoods have to do with warming up for a basketball game?
They got it from Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, he started it.
He started
Even though they all had hoods on their
Nike
head, he was the first one that was wearing it.
It looks cool. That's why. Why not? It looks cool. I mean, think about it. You got a bunch of yes, it does. We got a bunch of 6'5" brothers with skinny sweats, look like a bunch of giant black leprechauns.
Tight jackets and hoods.
Yeah, some tight ass jackets with tight ass sweats.
I don't like it because I can't fit it.
I can't fit. So I'm too fat. Yeah, I look
How
like
you like that?
I look like a popsicle. But hey, thanks for checking us out with this segment. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Leave a comment below.
Hey, hold on. We got to give at least
No.
opinion. Like,
No.
what's going to happen?
Dude, no, pretty much.
Where are we at right now?
Golden State wins in 6.
No, man. I went kind of quick because we all pretty much said the same thing. Golden State's going to win.
Golden State. But,
Golden State's going to win. But here, for the next segment, this is what I want to propose to our panel of experts. With this Golden State team, with Clay, with Steph, KD, Draymond, how would they compare with the Chicago
I
Bulls
knew you
with
were gonna
Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman?
they wouldn't because
No.
Whoa.
We'll save for our next segment. We'll save for our next segment. That's a
Phil,
tease.
Phil Jackson's my biological father. Don't go there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But
Hey, I'm not going to have that conversation. I like the conversation, but let's wait till after they win the championship. Once they win the title, I mean, they still got to beat the Rockets. This literally is the most anticipated matchup since Cavs-Warriors 2. Like, Cavs-Warriors 2 was probably the most anticipated rematch that I had seen since, I don't know, it's been a while. I'd have to go back and look,
Kobe
maybe
versus Celtics,
maybe Lakers-Celtics or something like that. So, I mean, I'm not going to get into the whole Bulls thing. They got to win.
No. We won't get into it. If people can right now compare LeBron and MJ, trying to figure out who's the best.
I'm not getting into that conversation
can
either because it's a
figure out-
foolish that's a fool's errand.
Then we can figure out.
he ain't no Larry Boyd. That's what he said. He's no Larry Bird.
But we can at least have that conversation.
Man, he's a
Yeah,
legend.
that's cool.
Just call him a legend.
But fellas, what we eating at right now?
Man, we are here at 1201 South 1st Street, Old Louisville Pizza Pub. Come on down here, get you a slice. It's hot, it's ready. Look, they taking the boxes out the door as we speak. So make sure, hey,
Thank you.
come get it. They're going to take it all home with them, I'm telling you. So come on down here, get you a slice. Ask for my girl Kay behind the bar. You know what I'm saying? They got the pizza, they got the wings, they got the good drinks. Come get you a shot of Old Foe and a PBR. You feel me? The
you
classic
go.
Old
There you
Louisville
go.
combo
pool
right there.
tables and foosball. They got enough TVs to cover everything that's on.
That's right. You know what I'm
And
saying?
they got the main event sports crew.
And it's about to go down. We about to watch these Western Conference playoffs. They about to get going. So just make sure you come down, support all our great sponsors for everything that they do. Make sure you support my girl LaShawn at the Peer Group. Love everything that they do and all our great sponsors.
Peace.
Peace.